Today we're talking about 5 biotech penny stocks, 4 of which are priced under $1 per share that you'll want to know about and watch because they all have catalyst dates coming up in May. These are dates on which typically a biotech, when they present results on phase 2 or 3 studies, the stock can potentially jet up quickly on good news or drop quickly also. So let's go and look at these 5 hot biotech stocks. But before we do that, remember that this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but my opinion only. So do your own due diligence. And also, if you could give this video a thumbs up in return from all my efforts bringing the information about these stocks to you, it would be greatly appreciated. And while you're there, make sure and subscribe for more videos like this one. So let's go and look at these 5 hot biotech stocks. The first stock we're talking about is Kala, a biopharmaceutical company committed to advancing the treatment of eye diseases. Their ticker symbol is KALA, which is easy to remember. In looking at their Yahoo profile, you can see that the stock is listed for 76 cents. And you can see their year-to-date stock chart. It was a high on March 15th of $1.83, and again another high on March 25th, and now it's slid back currently to a lower price point. So this stock can jet up quickly on good news. And looking at their 1-month stock chart, you can see again it's been a slide back to the current price. They're a small company with a market cap of 57 million shares. They don't have a PE ratio. They have an earnings day coming up between May 3rd and 9th. And they had a 52-week price range of 59 cents to $8.38. They have an average of 1.9 million shares per day. This is a very conservative amount of shares, so it means not many traders know about the stock, which is a great opportunity for you. In looking at their pipeline, we can see for their lead drug, Isuvis, it's a stem cell therapies. They have proprietary programs targeted to eye diseases, which is in a phase 1 study. What's really exciting about this stock is that TipRanks analysts are giving it a target price 1 year out of $4.38. So that it would be a 462% improvement in price from the current price of about 77 cents. They're also listing it as a moderate buy. So if they're right, it's a potential, because it's based on 5 Wall Street analysts, potentially make some money on this in the long run. For the Kala biotech stock, they have a catalyst date coming right up also for their KPI 012 Phase 1B study results. Their presentation will be at ARVO annual meeting on May 5th, 2022. So make sure and put that on your calendar, watch for that date, because if their feedback is positive, this could potentially cause a quick run-up in this stock and a potential opportunity for you to make some quick profits. And if it's negative studies, the other way around, if you're a short seller, that could be an opportunity also. The next biotech stock we're looking at today is First Wave, ticker symbol FWBI. They have a portfolio built around 2 proprietary technologies, niclosamide, an oral small molecule with antiviral and anti-inflammatory properties, and the biologic adrelipase, a recombinant lipase enzyme designed to enable the digestion of fats and other nutrients. So they focus on gastrointestinal diseases. In looking at their year-to-date stock profile, you can see had a high in January of about $1.60, and then another high on February 10th of again close to $1.60, and since then has been pretty much sliding back to the current price of 65 cents. Looking at their 1-month stock chart, you can again see that slide back in price. So they're a tiny company. They're only a $10 million market cap. So a lot of times there's a lot of opportunity for companies this small to move on good news. They don't have a PE ratios. They have a 52-week price range from 64 cents to $10, and they have an average volume traded per day of only 821,000 shares. That's a tiny amount of trading. So again, an opportunity for you to jump in if there is good news to potentially make some good profit. In looking at their pipeline, you can see for their inflammatory diseases, their niclosamide is in phase 2 study. So that's making great progress, and they have a presentation coming up shortly I'm going to share with you and the exact catalyst date. You can see here the digestive nutritional diseases that they work with at this organization. I know it's a big problem nowadays. So lately there was an article on March 28th about First Wave Biopharma filing a patent application for niclosamide related to long-haul COVID-19 problems. So let's look at that article. They announced the enhancement of their IP portfolio governing niclosamide as a treatment for COVID-19 GI infections. They filed their U.S. patent related to that recently. They're a widely prescribed small molecule with anti-inflammatory and antiviral properties that has been safely used on millions of people worldwide. First Wave Biopharma is developing a proprietary oral formulation of niclosamide, FW-CoV, as a treatment for COVID-19 related GI infections. I know there's a lot of problems around that. A phase 2 clinical trial, Reservoir, is investigating the safety of FW-CoV and its ability to remove SARS-CoV-2 that has been a problem with the GI tract. Next, for a catalyst date for FWBI stock, the niclosamide Phase 2B presentation will be at DDW on May 24th, 2022. So make sure and look out for that, because these catalysts can cause a quick rise in stocks if they have positive news from that study. The next stock we're talking about, Next Gen Psychedelic Innovation, ticker symbol NMMD, has got a very innovative approach to medications for folks, helping them with their anxiety disorders, for example, using products like LSD. So they proudly partner with the lab of Professor Dr. Michael Lechke, the world-leading psychedelics pharmacology and clinical research group at the University Hospital Basel in Switzerland. This collaboration includes the exclusive rights to data, compounds, and patents associated with the research on LSD and other psychedelic compounds. And they have amassed in the past decade a lot of research studies related to LSD. Let's take a quick look at their stock price and their profile. So the Yahoo profile shows that the MNMD stock is at 84 cents currently. Their year-to-date stock profile, well, we look at their one-year stock chart. On April 26th, it was a high of $4.69, and the year-to-date stock chart shows a high on January of $1.52, another high on February 16th. It does tend to increase and decrease in price on good news. So looking at their market cap, they're more sizable than the other ones. They're $366 million stock. They have an earnings date from between May 12th and 16th. They have a 52-week price range of 79 cents to $5.77, and average volume of shares traded per day of 4.2 million shares. Next, let's look at the TipRanks analyst forecast for this stock. Over the next 12 months, they're predicting that the stock could reach a price of $5.47. That would be a 549% increase in price from the price of 84 cents. And they give this stock a strong buy, which is even more exciting. Let's talk a little bit more about their research. They have novel brain health treatments to treat brain health disorders, targeting serotonin and related issues. So the potential for low-dose LSD is it could treat the 500 billion annual opioid problem in the U.S., and they see a 339% increase in overdose deaths related to these prescriptions. So addiction is a brain disease driven by a set of disease processes, including the dysregulation of dopamine and potent neurotransmitters in the brain's reward pleasure center. So they're developing 18-MC to treat the cause of brain diseases that become addictions. The cause of the brain disease that is addiction rather than solely the symptom. Sustained mental healing requires addressing a root cause and a comprehensive approach for the entire patient journey. That's really important nowadays, and we all hear on the news all the time about the opioid crisis problem in the U.S. and around the world. And of course, addiction in general is a big problem. Our next catalyst date is for the MNMD Biotech Stock. So for their LSD anxiety disorders, Phase 2B presentation will be at the Psych Symposium on May 11th, 2022. So again, make sure and put that on your calendar So you can follow that and see if they have positive results. It could potentially send the stock shooting up quickly, an opportunity to make some quick profits. Also, if you're a short seller, if the results are negative, that could also be good for you if the stock makes a quick drop. The next stock we're talking about today is Immutep. It's a biotech stock which again has some great potential and a big catalyst date coming up very soon. So what do? They're creating cutting-edge immunotherapy treatments for cancer and autoimmune diseases. So we all like to hear that, and they're helping out in that area. They're global leaders in understanding the development of therapeutics that relate to lymphocyte activation. Their objective is to harness and strengthen the power of the body's own immune system through therapeutic intervention for the benefit of patients' health. This is how immunotherapy fights cancer and autoimmune diseases. They have 3 clinical and 1 preclinical LAG-3 related product candidates under development, including 2 antibodies for modulating immune responses in cancer and autoimmunity, being advanced through pharmaceutical partnerships with Novartis and GlaxoSmithKline. Their lead product candidate is eftilagimod for cancer-related therapy and indication. Let's take a quick look at IMMP's stock chart on Yahoo Finance. You can see their year-to-date stock chart shows a high on January 4th of $3.61, another high on March 23rd of $3.42. So again, the stock does make quick movements up and down, potential to potentially capture some profits, some quick wins. The 1-month chart shows a high on March 23rd, again of $3.42, and a slide back to the current price of $2.36. In looking at their stock statistics, they have a market cap of $213 million, so no PE, a 52-week price range of $2 to $5.4, and an average volume traded per day of only 174,000 shares. That's again a little-known stock and a great opportunity for you potentially to make money on good news, or bad news if you're a short seller. Let's look at their pipeline. For the Immutep-controlled autoimmune and oncology pipeline, we can see that they're progressing well into phase 2 and late stage studies. Let's make sure and share that catalyst date with you. But first, we're going to look at the TipRanks analyst forecast for this stock. So TipRanks is giving this stock a 12-month price target of $8.50 from the current price of $2.36. That would be a 260% increase in price. And they rate it as a moderate buy. This is great information if you're considering a long-term investment. So this rating was based on 2 Wall Street analysts. For the IMMP catalyst date for this biotech stock, their AIPC's Phase 2b study will be presented at the ESMO Breast Cancer Congress Conference on May 4th, 2022. So that's coming right up. Make sure and put that on your calendar, because if it's positive feedback, it could potentially cause a big run-up in this stock. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback about these 5 biotech stocks. Have you invested in these stocks? Are you watching them already? What are your thoughts about them? And any other biotech stocks that I should know about, or any other stocks you're excited about? I'd love to hear more about that as well. Make sure and go here and sign up for our newsletter so that you can be notified before videos come out and about exciting news on the stock market. Next, go here to review our playlist on biotech stocks with catalysts, as well as videos on stocks like ILUS and Sybil, and our latest update on HCMC and Humble.